Now, welcome everybody to this town hall meeting. This is one of many that we've had over the last couple of years now. We've been around for a while. We've been around for, geez, Sure Arts, it's like 2.5 years, right?
Yeah, it'll be 2.5 years this month, actually.
Wow. This is why Tur Arts has her job, because she knows when stuff happened. She knows when all the happenings happen. That's it. Now, we've got a lot to talk about tonight. I'm not going to talk too much up front about other stuff. If you are new to the guild, welcome. If you are not yet a part of the guild, please come along. We've got room for you. We definitely have room for everybody that wants to come in for your raid teams. We're welcoming all sorts of people to the guild and to our community, to our fine community, and to the Airy Peak server. So, the topics that we're going to be talking about tonight, just so that everybody knows, we'll have Jules on, and Jules will be talking about BlizzCon and the well-played party. This is the new party. CtR Guild is hosting it, putting it together, and we need your help. So that's all I'll say before Jules comes in. We'll also be talking about events with Tur Arts, and apparently she'll be talking about the 3-year anniversary, which is coming up in 6 months. She's on the ball, people. The other thing is that we're going to have Ursangus talk about the greeters, the welcome committee, so to speak. We'll have Nate. He is the main raid liaison, right? He'll be talking about stuff as well. And then we're going to get a little demonstration. Well, we're going to get a little discussion and possibly demonstration of Raid Builder. The Raid Builder is the new tool exclusively for CTR members, where you can get all the CTR Guild members, where you can get manage your team, and it's really cool. I'm starting to get into it as I'm building my team that's actually going to be taking place tomorrow morning. Yeah! New morning raid team. Okay. So we'll talk about all that stuff, and I see that Parchark is still writing about stuff. You don't have to, list everything, dude.
It's just so I don't get lost.
Oh, gotcha. All right, cool. So we will, first of all, we'll kick it off with Jules and the well-played party. Jules, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
I will take it away. Thank you, fearless leader. If you guys don't know me, I am Jules. I am one of the members of the Iron Council leadership team of the guild. And this year, we are working on another party for BlizzCon. If you have been in attendance of BlizzCon for the past year or 2 years, you know that we have done some kind of party every year. And it's happening again, but with a different twist. This year, we are focusing this party solely on the community. In the past, it was related to the podcasts and the podcast network. And this year, we are focusing it and rebranding it onto you guys who make up the community, as well as everybody who makes up the Blizzard gaming community. It's not just us. But you guys are kind of at the core of this. So we have a wonderful team of people who are members and leaders of this guild who are organizing this. And we are currently in a funding stage to be able to have the party happen. Unfortunately, you want to have a party, you got to pay for it. And it can be rather expensive, especially where we've had it in the past, which has been in the Hilton Hotel at the Anaheim Convention Center. It's totally central to where everything is going. We had an awesome room last year. If you were with us the first year, which was 2 years ago, we had a smaller room. It was really hot, and everybody said, can we get something bigger?
Let's not mention that one again.
No, I don't think so.
Everybody was sweating. Yeah, it's true.
So we had a great time last year. It was so much fun, and we want to do it again. And I am happy to report that as of tonight, we are only $385 away from our funding goal on Kickstarter. And we need your help to get there. Really do. So if you guys are interested in kicking us a little bit of funding to help us get this party going, we would be so grateful. And you can go to tinyurl.com/wellplayedparty. It will take you directly to the Kickstarter. if you guys could help us fund this tonight, we would be over the moon, because we already have another goal in mind, our first stretch goal, which is going to be a live stream for those that are not able to make it. And if we can hit 9,500, we will unlock that stretch goal and be able to provide you guys with the live stream, get the internet that we need to be able to do it, and we really want to have this happen. So in the past, we've had things like dance contests, we've had giveaways and prizes, we've had people from all over the Blizzard community coming in, including developers, top-end raiders, people from the CM team, and we will do that again for you. I want to also say thank you to the entire committee who's been working so hard on this, because this has been a month and a half of extreme effort to get this done, and we are going to make an outstanding party for you guys. We cannot wait to do it, but we need your help. So we are ready. We are ready. $385 away from that goal. If we can get there, there will be a party at BlizzCon, and you can be there. So that's what I've got.
And we're also. Did you say the stretch goal?
Yes.
Stretch goal is? Okay.
$9,500 is our first stretch goal. That will unlock the live stream for those who can't make it. We know that some of you can't make it to BlizzCon, and we want you to be a part of this. We want you to be with us as we do it, so you would be a part of this as well. Right.
That's very, very cool. It's very cool. And to everybody who has helped out with the well played party, big applause. Oh, dang it! It's probably not loud enough. There we go.
There's no applause.
So, there's no applause? Or was there applause?
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, you didn't hear anything? Well, that's probably because I had it through the wrong thing. There we go. You guys can probably hear that now.
Woohoo!
I don't know. All right, but thank you for everybody that's been working so hard, and we're going to actually talk to a bunch of people that have been working hard on the party. And once again, it's tinyurl.com/wellplayedparty, all one word. Right?
We just went to $325 to go. Thank you. We've got another pledge in there, so thank you so much.
And let's check in at the end of the night too, and at the end of the town hall, and we'll see what's going on with it.
You bet. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to approach me directly with any questions. If you want to volunteer and help out with the party, that is what we do. So, and if you have suggestions, thoughts, let me know. You can find me under Julana in the guild. You can email wellplayedparty@gmail.com. Anything like that. We're here to listen to you.
Right. And also, just so you guys are aware, if you guys have questions about, if you have some guild-related questions, you can ask Navix or Turarts in the Twitch chat. Jules, you're in game, right?
I am. Okay.
So Jules is in game. What's your character name in there?
I'm under Julana, and I will wave in the chat room.
There we go. So there, if you have questions, make sure to talk to those guys. I probably won't get them, as I'm trying to mismanage my XSplit. I don't know. Whatever. Let's go on to events now with Turarts. Turarts, hello.
Hey. How's it going?
What's going on?
Well, events. It's exciting. So actually, I have to give a big shout out to Eve, because I've been in the middle of moving, so I have not been in game as much the past month. And she's my number 2, and she's really stepped up and made sure we've kept events going. So huge applause to her. For events, as always, the developers for our guild website did an amazing job getting us a calendar, and you can view that at converttoraid.com/guild. You'll be hearing a little bit more about that website here in a little bit. But the calendar's on there. You can RSVP for events, see future events. It's a lot of fun, so definitely check it out. And let's see here. I am actually in need of event planners. It's that time of year where people kind of either get out of the game or real life stuff comes up. So I'm in need of about 5 event planners. So if you are interested, there is an application on the form, or you can email CTR Guild events@gmail.com, and we can start working on that. Also, we're looking for event suggestions. I mean, like I said, it's that kind of the game where people are either just not feeling it or it's summer. So if you have ideas for what you want to see done for events, let us know. Or if there's things in the past that we haven't been doing, we'll definitely check them out and get them happening again. You can always catch me in game, typically on Turarts, or email CTRGuildEvents@gmail.com. And then, as Pat said, our 3-year anniversary is 6 months away, which I know seems like forever, but we start planning early just so we can make it awesome. We've had 2 of them. Obviously, we've had 2 of them.
Right.
We've had
Hence
2.
the necessity
Goodness.
for a third.
Oh, it makes sense. Math,
Right.
wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we've had 2 successful ones that were a lot of fun. So if there's any event suggestions you have, as always, we try to do a raffle. So prizes, donations, that sort of things can be sent to Turarts. But yeah, we're starting to kind of get that ball rolling. For my event team, events we have coming up, Eve and Mage are doing awesome with their graduation from LFR. Wares and Cuddles have been regularly doing old runs for transmogs, pets, that sort of thing. Drosera's been killing it with her achievement runs, so we do have a lot of events happening. Just make sure you're watching that calendar to see them all.
It's pretty cool. Those we're doing a lot of raid stuff. The raid graduation where you're doing normal BRF is really pretty cool. Awesome.
It is, and it's definitely a step up if you want to find a raid team, which they'll be talking about soon. It gets you kind of your feet wet a little bit, so you're not as nervous or scared.
Anything else for events?
Nope, just if you have anything, email ctrguildevents@gmail.com, and it is events with an S.
Yep, and I have all of the emails up right now on the live stream. So we have ctrofficers@gmail.com. That's where you can contact officers of any sort, and if it goes to the wrong place, we can always sort it from there and whatever. But we also have CTR Guild Events at Gmail, CTR Raids at Gmail, and CTR RAID Builder at Gmail. And we're going to get to the RAID Builder in a little bit. Kind of a big deal, and I hope that you guys have already checked it out a little bit, because we might be showing off a little bit more of what that's all about. But first, let's talk about the welcome committee, and we have Ursangus with us. Hello, Ursangus.
Hello, everybody.
What is going on?
Same old, safely relocated to Fargo, North Dakota. Thank you. I do have to start off with saying thank you to Mudala, who kind of took over in my absence of getting set up and moved across the country. So if you see Mudala in-game, give him a hug.
There we go.
For those of you who don't know me, I am the department head for the Welcome Committee, otherwise known as the Graders. If you've ever had an invite of any kind, alt or main otherwise, you've probably talked to somebody who's a grader. That being said, we are going to be having an open house for anybody interested in being a grader. That's going to be July 18th at 6 p.m. server. Anybody who's anybody, please feel free to come along. If you have any questions about what it is to be a grader or you're interested in the role, come along. Ask any question you want. That being said, I am looking, just like Turarts, for about 4 to 5 more graders. So if you can't make the event, please email either the officers or myself at ursangus@gmail.com. And before we kind of move on to this, I would ask, guys, if you see a grader, give them a hug. There's a lot of work that goes on in the background. Find one, give them a hug.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, because those guys are doing a job that is takes a lot of time. Number one, it takes a lot of effort. They have to know a lot of what's going on with the whole data thing that we have in the CTR Guild, which is actually pretty huge. We have a few tunes in the guild. Not sure if you guys are aware. What's the current count? It's over 7,000. I know. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see all of the people that are in the guild, and knowing that probably about 85%, 90%, 95%, somewhere in there have talked to greeters and been welcomed in the guild by greeters. There's only a small percentage of people that were in before greeters were really a thing. So, anything else, Ursangus? Is that it?
Nope.
So
that's it.
Is the event on the calendar?
It is not. I will have that up tonight.
Okay. It's July 18th, 6 p.m. server, and Ursangus will be there and to answer your questions about all that sort of stuff. And now we'll go to raid liaisons and Nate. Nate, hello. Hello. I'm so glad you're awake for the meeting. I know you just woke up.
Yes. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
At 6 p.m. server time.
Right. What's going on with the raid liaisons that you want to chat about tonight?
I do have a couple things I want to go over before I turn it over to Part Shark to talk about the raid builder, which I know is what you guys all want to talk about. First thing, I just want to handle a little bit of unfun business. I want to briefly kind of touch on the topic of poaching raid team members, and I don't want to go into any specifics here, but I just want to remind everybody that we are one large community, and everybody plays with everybody else in our community, in our guild, and when we are deliberately undermining other teams, it weakens our community as a whole. It fosters distrust. It's demoralizing to other teams, and it's just not something that we want to have happen. So please be mindful when you're recruiting people, that you're not doing it to the detriment of other teams, at least maliciously. And the best way to do that is just communicate with the other raid leader. It's with the raid builder tool. I think it's a little bit easier to figure out who's on what team. But just communicate, act in good faith. Try not to, don't go into other people's raids and then be whispering people who you think are good and being like, hey, you want to come raid for my team? No, that's not okay. So let's, try to be upfront about our recruiting and whatnot. And if you're on a team and you're looking to move to another team, be honest with your raid leader and just kind of give them a heads up of what's going on. I'm doing that currently with my raid teams. So I'm practicing what I'm preaching. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to email us at ctrraids@gmail.com, and we'll kind of help steer you in the right direction. Now that that's over, I want to just mention real quick, and I need to talk to Turarts about this later, about getting some the event planners in on this. I want to do a raid team open house / I don't know what kind of a career fair, I guess, for teams who are maybe actively looking for some more people to come hang out and recruit people and talk to people about their team, and just have another avenue for recruitment. So I want to have that event at some point. I don't know when. I don't know what exactly that's going to entail, but we'll keep an eye out on the guild Twitters, and we'll figure that out at some point.
Cool. Anything else?
Yeah.
Nope. I don't have anything else for me.
Okay. All right. Well, I just want, as GM of the guild, I think I should probably put it in my 2 cents as well on the poaching deal. Really, it is about communication. Players, make sure you're communicating with your current raid leader and prospective raid leaders simultaneously. Raid leaders that are recruiting, it's always nice, and with the raid builder tool that we'll talk about in here in just a second, it is a lot easier to see if they're already on a team and to just let them know. Obviously, a lot of teams just kind of do their own thing, right? But players, really, it is important to have that open communication with your current raid leader and then also your prospective ones. It really does, unfortunately, it's kind of like the player needs to be involved on both sides of that. Really, I think that's what it really comes down to, because I know a lot of people do kind of do tunnel vision on their own team sometimes, but raid leaders, if you can get out from tunnel vision, awesome. But players, yes, communicate. Okay, now we'll move on to the big thing. And Part Shark, you there?
Yes.
Are you ready for this? This is huge, guys. This is gonna be very big.
I'm as ready as I could possibly be for things that I'm totally not prepared for.
All right. Well, why don't you go ahead and let's talk a little bit about Raid Builder. I'm going to put up, I'm going to probably just scroll around in the background with some of this stuff as I'm able to. So go ahead.
Okay. So the Raid Builder. You guys have been waiting for this for a while. We finally got it live. You can go to it now as I put all the buttons in here. Hold on a second. That's better. Show notes, right?
Yeah.
All right. So one of the questions actually in the chat right now was about visibility for this and trying to get people to support it. We're actually moving away from the forum usage for things like recruitment and things like that. And we're going to do it all on the Raid Builder. So if you're looking for a team or looking to make a team, you're going to do that on the Raid Builder. You're not going to start building those and looking for people on the forums anymore. That's all going to be handled in the Raid Builder. So that makes it easier there. Okay. So we'll start with people that are not on raid teams and anybody that wants to just get in there, create your profile. You just go to guild.converttoraid.com and you log in using your login that you use to get anywhere else on Convert to Raid. And you click on this button. This is My CTR. You'll see it up there in Zug's right-hand corner. You click on that and it goes to your character. And it's got all the characters that you have. It's got your profile of your account itself. It's got all your info for you. There's a button on there called Profile. You click it and you click on the Characters tab. And there's a button that says Sync Tunes. You click that and that will bring in all the tunes across all of CTR that you have. It's really nice. You can see all the tunes you have. You have full control over it. It's fantastic. While in there, you can go and you can flag your tunes for free agent status. You build your profile, what days they're available to raid, what kind of a raid team you're looking for, what your experience is, etc., etc. You build all that in there. You click it. And you're now a free agent. You are listed in the Free Agents Hub, which can be browsed by any raid leader. They can go in there, they can go through each one of them, they can filter it based on what they're looking for, they can find you, they can click on you, and they can talk to you. It's fantastic. For raid building, for creating a team, you click on Create Team, which is right there in the beginning of your profile. You follow the step-by-step guide that walks you through the whole process. You click on Submit the Team, and it sends it over to the liaisons, where we can approve, deny, request for a name change if you do something silly that goes against the CTR rules. You can click on that. It goes to us. We get it. We look at it. We approve it, and it's live. And you can start building your team right away. Building your team is a little more in depth than it is on the forums. On the forums, you put a blurb about your team, you say these are the people in your team, you put your recruitment, and that's it. That's all there is to it. With the Raid Builder, you get to do everything. You get to view all the, well, I guess I should say, you can view all the teams that are existing. There's a View Team button at the very bottom. You click on it and you can go see all the teams that are currently on the Raid Builder. It shows their progression, shows their team logo, it shows whether they're recruiting or not, and you click it and you go to their profile. You can see everything. I look at it all the time. Maybe because I helped make it, but I like looking at it, so it's cool. When you're building a team, I did the thing where I pushed the button. When you're it's terrible.
Folks,
it's terrible.
It's one of these things where he has the show, we call it show notes, open, and he's clicking on for his push to talk. You know, maybe you should just put it on continuous.
You know, I do, and then they yell at me in the raid because I'm yelling at my dog.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, so in your team profile, you get to see your logo, which if you don't have a logo, it defaults to the Convert to Raid logo. When you create a logo, which is 300 by 270 and less than 80 kilobytes, that's how you make your logo. You stick it in there and it shows up, it lets you stand out from everybody else. So you see your logo, your About Us, which is the little blurb all about your team. shows your progression, it shows your raid times, and it shows all the people on your roster. So like Zug was saying, you can go there, you can see, who's on this team. So you're not like poaching, or if you want to talk to somebody, get some tips from one of the top players in one of the top teams, you can see who they are. You see where they're at. You can browse and cyber check people. The team management, which goes into building. You get 4 tabs. You get team profiles, team management, war room. Because I forget what the other button is, which is terrible of me. I'm so sorry. When you're in the team management, you can create manager profile. That's where you come up with all the about me, the days you raid, what you're looking for, what kind of a raid team you are. All that goes in there, which is what Zug's got on the screen right now. We've also got recruitment needs, which is the second tab. The recruitment needs sets all the things that you're looking for. We're looking for a hunter. We'd prefer a beastmaster hunter. We need a priest of some kind. Doesn't matter what kind. We need healers. You click those buttons, you send it out to the world, and when people come to look at your team for recruitment, they see these little colored boxes down here on the bottom of Zug's screen here that tell them what you're looking for. The free agents tab, which is the next tab over, is where you get to see all the free agents that you've looked at and said, hey, I like this guy. I want to see what he's doing. He's not quite ready for the team yet, but I want to keep an eye on him. You click that, and you've got them flagged, and they all show up in there. So other members of your leadership can look at this, and you guys can discuss it without actually having to bring someone in, discuss it, and say, oh, you're not ready yet. They'll see your profile. They can click on it. It'll go to your character armory, and they can see what you're wearing, what your gear's at, and they can make decisions based on that. Sort of streamlines the whole process. The next tab over is adding members to your roster. That's I guess the next tab over is applications, which are pretty self-explanatory. You can see approved, denied, and pending applications.
That was actually updated today, by the way. I think.
Yes, it was.
And it's pretty cool.
He swears it doesn't. He didn't do it today, but I know he did.
He did. So it's pretty cool too, because in the applications, what I really like is that if you just like mouse over one of the guys for the applications, it'll give you a shorthand. It'll say what the eye level is, what their main and off spec is. I mean, just to kind of give you a better sense of the character, and just to make sure that you are always kind of aware what's going on, because I think that's amazing. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I used that quite a bit today.
Mm-hmm.
It actually does it on the next screen over too, which is the roster.
Yep.
The roster is a raid leader's bread and butter. When you're building a team, everything's done on the roster. You can add a member. You can add a nomad, which is what we call people that are on your team from other servers that are in other guilds that aren't in CTR. We call those nomads. And if you can't find them on the realm, you get a little pop-up to search all of the armory. So you just add a new member. You type their name in. It pulls them up. It shows you little boxes of people that meet that criteria. So if you look up Nate will pop up, and you'll be like, oh, hey, there's Nate. And you click on him. You can add him to your roster over here. Once he's on the roster, you'll see it on the left-hand side here. They're color-coded by class. So you can easily see, oh, we got 3 druids on this team. Oh, we get 2 priests. And if you hover over those, you get that little box like you did on the other screen that shows you, their eye level and stuff like that. Once your roster is built, there's a button that says Refresh Member Stats. If you click that, it will pull the armory for everybody on your team. And it takes a little bit if you've got a lot of people on your team, but it will update all the information, which is important if you're building a start list, which I'll get into in a minute. The next tab over is Notices, which is just that. You can put notices for your team, you publish them, and it pops up on their view of the team. It's important to know that Manage Team is only available to people that are the raid leader or the raid assistants. They're the only ones that see this area. The next one over is Twitch. Twitch is where you can manage the people on your team's Twitch feeds. You put their information in, and they show up on your profile and on the converttoraid.com/live. If you scroll down on that page right now, you'll see Zug, you'll see the game case, you'll see Pudcud, Hunting Banshee, STD Dragon Protocol, which is standard Dragon Protocol, and Airwalker of Working as Intended.
I'm sure they appreciate you calling them an STD.
Well, that's what it says, okay? All right, so that's a really neat feature. It's really great if you're like hanging out with people and you're like, hey, I wonder what they're doing. All the Twitch streams are right there. It's really cool. And finally, it's the Manage Your Support Tickets. Now, this is a new feature that we built in to help everybody's teams. If you're having a problem, if you've got somebody on your team that doesn't have Raider rank, if you've made a big change, you've changed raid leaders or something, we get big announcements like team name changes, roster size changes, like you're going to be Mythic now or you're going down to Heroics. We get those. What we don't get are the little things like, oh, I need help with this aspect of my raid team. This raider doesn't have ranks, or these people need to be moved over. There's a button up here in the top right corner that says Get Raid Liaison Support. You click it and you make a ticket, but just like creating any other ticket anywhere else. We get those tickets and it goes to a new system that we've created that allows us to interface with the ticket, keep tabs on it, whether it's open or closed, who's assigned to this ticket, and it's got a nice interface. Once Zug is done typing it in here, he'll submit it, and then he'll see the interface that you'll get to interface with.
It's processing.
So I see that your the ticket you've written is because you're having trouble with your caps lock, apparently.
Something like that, maybe. It's still processing. We'll see it in just a little half a tick, I'm guessing. Unless everybody's on the raid builder right now. Maybe that's it. They're killing the server.
You can't really blame them.
No, I can't. However,
maybe Blizzard Watch mentioned us again.
What was the deal with that? So I was saying they said it was just for Airy Peak. It's not just for Airy Peak. It's exclusively for CTR Guild members.
There was a lot of misinformation in there about what the raid builder is. I did send them an email.
Thank you.
Yeah, but just a little blurb they did.
It's still processing, so continue.
While it's processing, the team management is where the raid leader will do all the back end stuff that would normally require them to have spreadsheets and keeping pages and pages of information. These are the people on my list. This is their, these are the people that are applying to the guild. All these things are what team leaders have always had to deal with on paper or post-it notes or on a, Google Doc or something. Boom, it's right here on one page for every team member. Now, everybody on the team can see the war room. The war room is your central hub as a raid team. As a raid leader, you can build your start lists. Now, start lists work a little differently than just saying, okay, these are the people I want to start today. You can create start lists, you can create past, present, and future, and you can reuse them. You can publish them, you can bring them back out of publishment, you can banish them, you can do all kinds of stuff with them. What you get is you get 4 boxes. Five boxes. You get tanks, healers, melee, ranged. You just drag and drop your people over to where they need to go. And then there's a little button that says save. So you save it. It puts it in there. It doesn't publish it. It just saves it. You can publish it later if you want. Once the start list is done, you can audit your team. Auditing your team allows you to see all the gear that everybody on your team has. What they're wearing right now, what they're missing in enchants. Are they missing a gem? Do they have the right gem? You can see all of that in one shot, which makes loot council really easy. It makes making sure that your team is enchanted and gemmed really easy. It's pretty fantastic. You can export that to Excel. You can save it, you can publish it, you can put it in Google Docs or Google Sheets if you want, whatever you want to do with it. You publish it and everybody on your team can see it. They can see when they're starting, whether they're on the bench, what role they're doing for that week or whatever. Once you've got your start list, once you've got your roster, once you've got everything, you can start working about how you're going to handle the raids. We've built in a raid journal just for you. It shows you the bosses for each difficulty, mythic, heroic, normal, for every raid tier, shows you each boss, all their abilities, all the loot they drop, gives you a wish list that you can click on them, say, I want these in my wish list, puts a little wish list at the top for you. It's got a custom strat builder, which is a what you see is what you get strat builder, which can be super detailed. You can put anything in there. You can put div codes in there. You can put flash in there, YouTube videos. You can put drawings in there. You can type text in there. You can put tables, whatever. You've got a resource tab, which gives you resources to things like icy veins or what have you. You can enter your own if you don't like the ones we've put in there by default. And then you've got a discussion tab, which allows you, for each difficulty encounter, to discuss with your raid team what you guys are going to do. And it works like a forum, not instant chat. So you put it in there, it's like a forum, you can discuss it, and it only shows up for that difficulty on that fight. If you're having a problem with anything on the raid builder, you can send an email to ctraidbuilder@gmail.com, or you can hit us up at Twitter at CTR RAID BUILDER. And really, you just have to go in there and play with it. It's pretty dry talking about it. It's much more fun doing it.
I wish I could actually do it, but everybody is on the raid builder at the same time. So it's a little slow, but that's okay. We'll just continue on with the thing.
This is a live stress test.
Yeah, exactly. And it is not doing so well. But, you know, it shouldn't be... once we get going with this whole thing, and once everybody is not on it at the same time, I think it will be one of those tools where you'll use it, like everybody will use it, and nobody will think about it. You know, like how much work went into this thing. But I want to bring it up because I think it's really important to bring up how much work you guys have gone through this. It's been you, it's been Macus, it's been Darius, and others, right? I'm not sure if there are others, but the team has been going through this for a year, right? It's something like that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's maybe even over a year.
Since before I got into this guild, they were working on it. That's how long they've been thinking about this idea.
Yeah, so, I mean, this has been a huge undertaking by a very small number of people. And Macus, who could not be here tonight because, well, I mean, he's going to have a kid any minute, really, I think, unless he already had, his wife, obviously. But I mean, it's an incredible week for him. So he couldn't be here, but congratulations to him, to you, Parchark, and to Darius for being able to make this thing work and work so well. And I don't think people will necessarily appreciate all of the work that went into it. But I sure as hell do, because you guys have been working on this for so long. Oh, it's crazy. How long have you been on the raid builder team, Parchark? Months and months?
A while.
Forever.
A while.
Forever. And I think that when you guys get all set up and really check it out and are able to kind of experiment with it, you don't have to worry about breaking it. Unless everybody's...
We want you to break it so we can fix it.
Right. And that's part of the deal too. And it's still a work in progress, because I know that we're talking about all sorts of different things that we might be able to do with this new tool. Lots of great automation stuff. There's possibilities for gosh, I don't even know yet what the possibilities are, but this is something that is huge and can be expanded on and can be improved, and will go through many different iterations But right now, the way that it works for me, for what I've done, has been incredible. As I've been trying to build my new team and get everything going, it's a great tool, and it will only get better from here, guys. So play around with it, please do. And I know that we have to get to questions. So, and I'm sure that people will have a ton of questions about Raid Builder. But does anybody have questions that don't relate to Raid Builder? That is going to be the big thing. I want everybody to get kind of a chance to play with it. Obviously, if there are really specific things about Raid Builder, maybe we can talk about that stuff. But again, it's Navox and Turarts in Twitch and Jules in the guild chat. So if you want to talk to those guys, whisper those guys, please send your questions in. Anybody have a question? Anyone?
I did see one earlier about progression before I accidentally closed the Twitch stream and lost it.
Okay.
But somebody was asking about how progression is handled. Progression for right now, the way it works is it polls your team. It does a parse on the team. Everybody that you have on the raid roster, every single one of them. And it pulls it, and it's either set to 80 or 85% have to have killed it to count as a team kill. And it just checks whether or not you killed it, and it runs your what's the word I'm looking for here? Achievement. Runs the achievement just to check the time stamp on the kill or something.
That's cool, man.
That is pure Dan right there.
Oh man.
So if you're having trouble with your progression, it's not displaying properly, a lot of times it's because of who you have on your roster. A lot of people will put alts and things like that on the roster just so they're there when they need them. If you put those to inactive, it will bypass them and not count them against your progression. So if you're having an issue, check that first.
Very cool. I like that. That's really neat. And if you guys are really having issues and about percentages or whatever of people, I'm sure that we can adjust that. Probably down a nudge or whatever. That should be not too bad. But that's really cool. 85% of your team has to kill it. That's awesome.
It's either 85 or 80. I can't remember what he said it to.
That's great.
Hey, Parchark, not to put you on the spot in front of everybody, are you aware of the bug with the soccer Thar kills?
Yeah, but we're not. It's not like a competition thing. It's has your team killed this boss? That's all it checks.
Right.
Whether or not your team has killed this boss or this boss or this boss.
Good to know.
Also, that bug should be fixed now.
Good.
Gotcha.
We have from Killpenny, what ways are you going to promote Raid Builder to the community to get it going? Well, we're doing it right now. We are actually promoting it right now. We are also we have been talking about it on The Converted, which if you guys are not watching The Converted and you are interested in the CTR Guild community, please watch The Converted podcast. We have Turarts and Nate and others, and Navox are on it regularly, along with Navox and Sal and others.
Belschnickel.
Is he back?
No, he's still out in LA.
Right. How long is he in LA for?
I think a couple more weeks, but he just uploaded a video right now on the Converted Podcast YouTube stream of his of what he's doing in Los Angeles. So check that out.
Cool. So you can watch that. Great community podcast talking all about the guild and introducing you to guild members. Awesome. And talking about raiding a lot. We are also going to be, we have also been talking about this, I think, in the forums and other places as well. It's, it's going to be a lot of word of mouth because it is a CTR thing. It's not an Airy Peak thing. It's not a World of Warcraft thing. It is CTR Guild stuff. So please tell your friends about it. Tell your raid team about it. Tell other raid teams about it. That's the way we really promote this thing. You guys can help.
Yeah, and I think I think Parchark made a post on the team pages section of the forums, and I'll add some more stuff this week about just reminding people, hey, we're not really using this anymore, but if you go over here, this is where you go to find raid teams.
So now for Nate, for the raid liaisons and stuff like that, are you going to be looking at Raid Builder more than you're going to be looking at forums activity?
Yeah, we're currently keeping track of who is on the Raid Builder and who is not.
Okay.
So if you have a Raid Builder team set up, we expect that you'll be using that in the future to keep updated, and so we're not going to be looking at your forum post.
Cool. Because you don't actually need the forums to be able to run Raid Builder, right?
Right. But we do have the forums built into the Raid Builder, so you can actually see when you're in your war room, you can see the last 10 posts that your team has on the forum thread.
Yeah. That's the other cool part that I noticed today. I was like going, oh, wow, it has the forum posts baked right in. That's amazing. So it's cool.
Some questions in Twitch.
Go ahead, Terarts.
They're all Raid Builder ones so far. First one is, and I think I know the answer to this, but we'll let you take it part, Shark. Is Raid Builder an add-on being developed by the CTR community or just one that we're going to adopt?
It's not technically an add-on. It's a full web interface, but it is built for the CTR community specifically.
Yep. We want to make sure, I mean, if we were to include all of World of Warcraft, we need 15 million servers, or however many it's going to be. That would
start a Kickstarter.
That would be a lot of work. So let's just roll this out for the guild. That's big enough. We have Why Is Nate So Sexy from Sal. Thank you, Sal. We're not going to actually answer that.
It's his accent.
Oh, yeah, that might be it.
Question of our time.
Or the beard.
Beard help.
Turrets, do you have anything else from Twitch chat?
They said, what about an in-game messages to raid leaders since there aren't too many of those? I don't know if this meant to tell them about my CTR or what.
That. Okay, so that's actually a liaison thing. Every liaison has been assigned a certain number of teams, try to spread it out. And we're having all the liaisons actually contact all the people they're watching over to make sure they're migrating on over.
Cool. So has that been going on like over the last couple of weeks, or have you been?
Yeah, we've been rolling it out.
Okay.
More of a soft rollout. This is probably the biggest. Just flat out, hey, it's live, go.
Yeah. So please go, make a team. Do your thing.
Another question. Are raiders going to keep getting the repair monies? And if so, how can us as raiders help to replenish the bank?
We can talk about that a little bit because we actually have information about the bank and just kind of like raw data about the bank. Yes, you'll still be getting your raid monies, the current ones. We find that we're losing. We started. Well, actually, Nate started a bank bot. It's really just him, but and that tells us how much money we're losing every single week. And Nate, what did you find out over the last few weeks?
We are definitely losing money, but that's not really a whole big surprise considering that Blizzard has kind of undercut a lot of guild funding. Right now, the only thing that we have as far as we're good for a while, and I'm not sure the calculation yet because my spreadsheet's not working 100% correctly, but the only thing we have as far as income now is guilds completing the weekly challenges in guild groups and donations. And we're usually good on, as far as the guild challenges go, let me just pull that up in game real fast.
Yes, it's been
raid bosses, stuff like that.
Yeah, we've been losing about 20 to 30K a week. And with 6.2 around, it'll be kind of interesting to see what all kind of happens with that. But, this stuff is not it's not it's manageable because we built up such a kind of a stockpile in before Warlords, and so we'll be able to continue to offer the repair money. It will continue to be small. Thankfully, in your garrisons, there's a nice way to earn fairly passive money, especially for raiders. If you're playing your toon a lot, you've probably been playing the garrison pinata of cash. I don't know. It's like the garrison lotto, right? You can win 4,000 gold or perhaps 180. Who knows? But hopefully you've been doing that, and that's been a great way to kind of earn gold a little bit more passively than you have before. So I'm kind of glad that they offset that, as long as they were gonna kind of hamstring this particular guild, this particular guild group, from all the money that we were able to rake in before. So they are.
Yeah, and I will say, and I am a terrible bank manager because I don't know any of the banking tunes for donating. But we do have some tunes in the guild that you can, if you want to donate to gold to the community, and we'll distribute it out to the guilds as we need.
You can always donate just directly to the guild too, I believe, can't you?
Yeah, I think you can just do a deposit at the guild bank.
So if you want to donate something for the guild, you can do it that way. If you have items to donate, oh gosh, what would be the best way to do that? I don't even know. Because I think those tunes were under somebody else's account that's no longer a banker.
Can we just send them to Darius?
No, because he gets too much bat guano still. So... so his mail loads up with bad guano. Actually, if you have anything that you want to donate to the bank, you can always mail me. Just look for the GM of your particular guild, and you can mail stuff to that GM. I check those mail bags on all the tunes at least every couple of weeks. So that should not be a problem at all. So you can donate to
directly into tab 1,
and then I'll just put it right into my satchel, and I will probably click on it. If it's a pet, I will go, all right, it's my pet now. No, I won't. I'll try to be nice with the stuff.
It's good to be king.
Yeah, it has its advantages. As always with the guild bank, it's always kind of weird with donating items directly to the guild bank, because if you donate an item to the guild bank, it's an open territory where anybody can grab it. Everybody has, at least one that they can grab a day, so it might be somebody's lucky day. Who knows? So if you have an item and you want to make sure that it goes to the guild, you can just send it to the GM, the particular GM of your guild. Okay. Any other questions?
I got one.
Okay.
This is from Brillin. He said, what can we do to help keep CTR active with the end of expansion blues that seem to be coming already?
You can become an events planner.
Yes, please.
Yeah. I think that's really the way to do it. I think if you really want to make sure that this guild is functioning at full capacity at all times, become an events planner. Get involved with the guild. Get involved with events. Get involved with the leadership of this community, because that is one way for you to help this guild thrive, especially in times where it's kind of maybe a little bit down. So
you can also, if you don't want to be an event planner, because it's not everyone's cup of tea, you can suggest events. Let us know. We'll see about making them happen. And I know we've said this before, CTR Guild events@gmail.com.
Right on. Right on. And I have a question for Jules.
Yes.
How is the Well Played party doing?
We just jumped down to only $275 to go to our goal.
$240.
Nice.
240?
Nice.
Is it 240? 240. So yeah, we only need $240 to have a party at BlizzCon. If you guys want to help us out, please do. tinyurl.com/wellplayedparty. Mm-hmm. If we could fund this tonight, man, there would be a big old party going on in the guild tonight.
Yeah, sure. And then we'll have that stretch goal to look forward to as well, where we can do a live stream of the party. Unfortunately, the way that you do live streaming at a hotel is you pay a lot of money to get a wired connection. For one night, it's kind of expensive. So the stretch goal is at 9,500. Is that right?
Stretch goal is 9,500. I also forgot to mention something. We are going to have something pretty cool on Friday night. There's going to be a stream going on. Kalani, who is one of our guild members, is an amazing concert pianist, and he is going to be taking requests on stream for anyone who has donated to the Kickstarter. And he plays everything from contemporary pop to video game music. So we're doing that on Friday night on our Twitch stream, which is twitch.tv/wellplayed party. And it's going to be awesome. So if you've backed this Kickstarter, you get to request songs that he'll play. And if you back during the stream, you can do that too.
Cool.
He is really good.
He's amazing. Like, really, really amazing.
He would punctuate our raid breaks with music for us.
He's good. He's very good. Anything else?
There's a couple more on Twitch. Well, you just answered that one about the Minnesota meetup.
Well, I can answer it again. So the question was about the Minnesota meetup. And there are meetups all the time, and I have a platform where I can announce to you guys pretty easily when I'm doing a Minnesota meetup. You can always listen to the show. But for the other meetups around the community, go to the forums, because there's actually I believe there's a section in there about meetups and stuff like that. So head over to forums.signalsmedia.com and check it out. Okay, go ahead.
There's a Midwest meetup coming up too, by the way.
When is that?
That's going to be on Saturday, August 22nd at 10 o'clock at the Bristol Renaissance Fair. So we're having a Midwest meetup. It's in Bristol, Wisconsin, right on the border.
Wisconsin Renaissance Fair?
Yes, sir.
Jeez. Grab a turkey leg. Let's go. And I already did. When was the Minnesota meetup this year? It was
May 1st.
May 1st. Yeah. That was fun. It's a good time. There were like 50 people there. It was incredible.
Another question to the Raid Builder tool. Hold on, I have to scroll up. Something about if people put contact information in there, such as Twitter, is there a way that you can view it to see their contact information?
If they do the what and who?
Is there a way to see people's contact information in the Raid Builder?
Yeah, like if people put like their Twitter, I don't know if that's something you can do, but they said
that only the raid leader can see that information. It's if you put it in there when you're doing your profile stuff, you can put it in there, or you can not put it in there. That's entirely up to you. But only the raid leader sees it. That's how the raid leader would get in contact with you if you're not in game.
There you go.
We just went down to $215 to go on the Well Played Party Kickstarter.
Awesome. That's great.
I believe there was some mention about certain individuals in kilts surrounding that party.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a stretch goal, but I mean, you know, I think we could, you know, we were talking about putting Pat Crane in a kilt.
Yeah, and that's not
and
gonna
Nate,
happen.
It's going to happen if we hit $15,000 on this Kickstarter. It's going to happen.
Then you better buy me a kilt. I'm not going to
Done.
Put the
You guys want to see him in a kilt?
Put the Well Played Party logo on it. And make sure it's in the CTR tartan colors, whatever those are.
Orange and black.
Sure. We could do it that way. Blue and gold. I don't know.
But make sure you put the party logo right on the butt.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, another question.
Well played, right on the butt. Nice. Go ahead.
If we've been away from the game for a while, is there a way to reset all of our email information or figure out what email we have set up for the website?
Yes.
I can answer that. Join the CTR LFO channel. and ask for officer assistance, and one of us will help you reset all of that.
Yes.
Ta-da!
Bammo. Done. We can help with that. That's
These
the
are easy
important thing.
questions.
Right. Any other particular questions from all the monkeys watching and listening out there?
No, I'm good.
I think we're good in Twitch.
Okay.
Why is Zug spelled with an H?
Because I put the hug in Zug. Thank you.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Now you know all the stupid things.
Be right back, updating the Wikipedia.
Right. Thank you.
Down to $205 to go.
What are you people waiting for? Let's go. Let's move this thing. The nice thing about the Well Played Party Kickstarter thing is that you recently added a little thing where you can just like add on stuff that you want.
Absolutely.
As soon as you buy into a tier, you can say, oh, you know what? But I really want a T-shirt. Oh, well, you can get that. Or I really want a bowling shirt or a lanyard for BlizzCon because I'm going, so that's gonna be awesome. So I want that. You can get that. You can just
Absolutely. All you got to do is donate $25, and you can add on anything you want for the add-on tiers. It's pretty awesome. You can add on a T-shirt, a goodie bag, anything. You can add in some good stuff. So we've got some really neat things planned, and we just have $205 to go.
I tell you, when the Kickstarter first launched, all of us on the committee found a brand new, even more addicting game than World of Warcraft, and that was refreshing the Kickstarter page.
Yes.
A question in the chat is are there hats? We decided not to make hats just because of lack of interest in people wearing hats, but because we've asked around and a lot of people just said I don't wear hats. So, but we've got T-shirts. We've got this amazing bowling shirt, which is awesome. You can pick your Alliance blue and black, or if you want to go Horde, you can do that too in red and black. We've got a lot of cool stuff on that Kickstarter.
You know, it might be cool. Stocking caps, because when it gets cold, people wear hats.
It doesn't get cold here.
And Absterga just asked me, will the party have a dance party? Hell yeah, it will. We had one last year, and it was the bomb.
I heard about that. I was not there. I heard about that, and I saw a little bit of video before it started getting weird.
It'd be a dance-off, and you can win some prizes on the dance-off if you can dance yourself to infinity and beyond.
You were going to say death.
I was, and I didn't.
Yep. I have a question in Twitch chat about if I'm going to do any more raids with guildies. I'd love to. I just need to figure out timing, and summer is usually a bad time for figuring that stuff out because there's just so much to do, so much you want to get done outside in the world. You know, the world place where green things are.
Warcraft?
Outside thing.
There's an outside part, and I really like it in summer because in winter I'm usually inside. That's when I'll raid with you guys. How's that? Absolutely. When it gets a little chillier, I will do that.
Oh my gosh,
Guys, we're funded.
We just funded!
Hey! Congratulations and big applause.
Yay.
So it looks like we're going to have a party at BlizzCon.
Thank you, everybody, so much!
That is great news. Now we've got that stretch goal to go for where not only can people go to the party, but they can view the party from home. If they're not going to BlizzCon, maybe they want to see their friends and check out what's going on. So that is great news. So
You guys are the best community ever. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.
Really, really cool.
We want to hear your ideas now about what you want for stretch goals. So if you're thinking about it, fire your thoughts to us. We want to know what you want at this party. Let us know.
It's
$1,475 to the live stream.
Yep, we're above what we funded now.
Good. I'm glad that our efforts were not unwarranted. And now we will get deeper into getting closer to that stretch goal. Do we have more stretch goals lined up after that, Jules?
We do, but we're not telling you yet.
Oh, man. You never tell me anything. Darn it.
Let's unlock our first stretch goal, though. That's going to be our live stream, so you guys at home can be with us. Do it, do it, do it.
There we go. All right. Any other questions from you folks, you fine folks in the guild? I didn't mean to call you monkeys like in a disparaging way. It was purely as fun.
I do have an update on the progression, how it pulls it.
Okay.
Because Dan just rolled back into my group me.
Okay.
It's a minimum of 5 people with the same timestamp.
Oh wow! So it's pretty minimal.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I remember it being much lower, and that made interesting progression pages.
Yeah. So that's really cool. So it's 5 people from your team. They all have to have the same timestamp, and then it will count as a team kill.
Yes, and that stays a team kill. It doesn't go check in at each time. Once you've got it killed, it's on your board.
It stays dead.
Which, if you haven't seen them yet, I custom built badges. So when you unlock a kill, you get a badge.
That's awesome. It's like Facebook.
Except not an evil corporation trying to take all your information.
Right.
That you know.
It's basically just, because we don't do that with your information. We won't do that. We like our peeps. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, we do. I got to say my favorite, I know it's kind of minor, but my favorite thing about the Raid Builder tool is going into a discussion about the boss, and the boss actually taunts you.
Oh. I haven't
that will actually see some love later on.
Yeah.
Planned upgrades.
Nice. Can't wait. Can't wait for all the new stuff. And if you guys have ideas for the Raid Builder, send them to CTR RAID BUILDER, right? That's the one.
Correct.
There it is. I'm going to put up those emails again. So we have ctrofficers@gmail.com, ctrguildevents@gmail.com for all the event stuff, ctrraids@gmail.com if you are a raid leader and probably want to, chat with one of the liaisons, or somebody new to the guild wanting to, figure out what's going on. Or if you have something about the Raid Builder itself, ctrraidbuilder@gmail.com. Again, if you lose track of anything, all those different emails, try to remember ctrofficers@gmail.com. That's the main one, and then we can disperse from there if we need to. So I am not necessarily seeing any more questions. Anybody else have any other questions? Okay. So I guess that will be it then. So I think I want to thank you guys. First of all, I want to thank Jules and Parchark and Nate and Turarts and Ursangus and Navux and whoever else was helping with stuff tonight. Thank you guys for sharing your information and helping this guild hum along at a fantastic pace. And with that Raid Builder tool, I know you guys are going to love it. Start using it. It's fantastic. Really is. And I wish I could show you more, but there are too many people using it right now. So put your team up there. Just go do it. And yeah, we'll do another town hall probably in a couple of months. And, after summer. So people will be back. And we'll talk to you then. Thank you so much. Welcome if you're new to the guild. I hope that this was informative for you guys. And if you've been around the guild for a while, you probably are digging the Raid Builder. So we will talk to you later, guys. Have a good one.